Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome back to another episode with none other none other than myself, Abeje. This is where we talk about the lifestyles, I can't talk today. This is where we talk about the reality of living a plant-based life and just other fun plant-based stuff. So today I want to talk to you guys about vegan options or plant-based options at Burger King. Yep, that's right. This list is very small, but we're going to get it out there. And I wanted to do this because sometimes you may be traveling and everybody knows about the Impossible Whopper, yes, but you might want other options, let's see if there are some. Also, Burger King might be the best option for where you are in the moment. So I figured, why not go ahead and do a video? So since I mentioned it, we're actually going to go ahead and talk about the Impossible Whopper. Oh, but before I say that, all the information I gathered was actually from their website on their menu, which of course anyone can go look at. But I want you to be clear. I wrote it down. It's on the menu. It says they make no claim that their Impossible Whopper specifically, that it fits vegan or vegetarian diet requirements. And I will explain why. Yes, the Impossible Whopper ultimately is a plant-based sandwich, but there are some things that you need to alter in order to do so. Before we talk about the alterations, I want to give you guys a little bit of history about the Impossible Whopper. So the Impossible brand has been out for quite some time, and over the recent years they've become popular with them having the Burger King thing. But there was a point in time where they weren't approved by the FDA. Then they were like, okay, we want to expand, so we need to get FDA approval. But there was a specific ingredient called heme, H-E-M-E, that they were using. And in order to make sure there were no potential allergens, they tested on animals. I think it was rats specifically. And after they were done testing on those animals, technically, yes, the burger is plant-based. But at that point in time, it was not vegan because, yes, the ingredients have no animal products in them. However, vegan living expands beyond the diet, okay? It goes into the lifestyle. No testing on animals, no animal cruelty, no wearing animal skin and fur and stuff like that. So they were not vegan. And according to articles I read, they no longer do animal testing, which would make sense. They don't have to now that they've tested that product. They don't need to keep testing it, unless they keep changing things. And, ever since then, they've stopped the testing on animals. Their president or whoever did come out with an explanation of, why they were testing on animals. And he said he personally abhorred it, which, then you shouldn't have done it if you really hated it that much. But anyway, and he said, hopefully, they don't have to go back to animal testing. So now we are to the point where it's at least plant-based. However, whenever I do see their packaging, I still don't see the letter V on it, but I have to look again. I could be mistaken. How to make the Impossible Whopper plant-based? Well, number one, do you know where their burger patties go? They go on a broiler. I used to work at Burger King. They could do things differently now, but I doubt it. But they put, 8 or so patties on one shelf, the broiler, and they all come out, with the juices flowing and everything. So if you get the Impossible Whopper, ask them to put it in the microwave, unless you don't care about the animal juices getting all over it, right? Then you want to eliminate cheese, because the cheese, unfortunately, is not plant-based, and eliminates the mayonnaise because that has milk in it. So of course, if those are two things that you don't really care about and you just want to make sure that the patty is at least plant-based, then keep the cheese, keep the mayo, and you are good to go. While the Impossible Whopper is highly delicious, even though there is that very small percentage of people who lie and say that it is not because they can taste plant, it's not very healthy, you guys. It has a little bit over 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 1,080 to be specific. It is 11 grams of saturated fat and a total of 34 grams of fat. So is it delicious? Yes. Is it something that you should eat all the time? No, it is not. At the end of the day, technically the Impossible Whopper is not meant to be healthier, it's meant to be a replacement. And you know, having all of these replacement meats is not always better for you, rather than just trying to make them with some kind of, you know, mushroom or something like that. Now, let's move on to the next thing. Classic fries. Now some of you may be thinking, obviously fries are plant-based, but unlike some other places like McDonald's, you're good at Burger King. McDonald's, where if you look at their fries on their website, you'll see the allergen information says that there are milk derivatives. Oof. There are none with Burger King. They use some kind of soy oil. Hold on, let me figure it out. Corn, canola, soy, and cottonseed oils. The only thing you're risking is possible cross-contamination if in the same slot, you know, where they put fries in the oil, they're also putting, you know, their chicken nuggets and chicken patties and stuff like that. Then there's that risk, but otherwise, you're good to go. Also, there's, according to their website, 570 milligrams of sodium in their fries. Next, we have the side garden salad. Just omit the cheese, but I have to say it's pretty boring. It is literally lettuce and tomato. So if you want to dig your fork into that, that's very nice, but otherwise we can just skip over that, right? Next is the Mott's applesauce. Of course, that's for little kids, but if you pay for it, it's all yours, right? And then we've got their hash browns, which is 580 milligrams of freaking sodium. And last but not least, their French toast sticks with the syrup, which I have to say personally, I actually like. I think it's decent. And you know, as far as their drinks are concerned, you can have all the drinks except for anything that has milk in it. And yes, that includes their smoothies, because they use milk to make their smoothies. Actually, I don't know if you could request them to use water. I should ask one day, but I really don't like having smoothies outside of my home. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Remember, these are your very short list of options at Burger King, and even though the Impossible Whopper is good, you should definitely limit your intake, because your lifestyle is your city and you want to take care of it. Goodbye, you guys. That's it.